Hey guys, so welcome to Abby's Auras, or welcome back. This is going to be a sit down talk video about my appointment that I managed to fix my vibration and make it go smoothly, all to do with labour. I just wanted to let you know that I have got my meditation up now on my website, and I also have my Heal Your Life and Manifest Your Future course up too. We've had amazing results from it already and I love doing it. It's amazing. But I just wanted to let you know about that. All the description will have all the information about it for you. But yeah, let's just get right into the video. So basically, if you guys don't, like, some of you guys will know, some of you won't, I basically suffered with seizures for many years. And they're not epileptic seizures. There was actually seizures caused by emotional trauma and things like that, and things that had happened in my past I didn't heal and I kind of just brushed off, which caused me to have seizures in the long run, and I didn't even know it was a thing until it happened to me. So that's how I got into energy healing, and then went on to do Reiki, and then I opened up myself up to manifestation and things like that. So now I do all sorts, but it all kind of was triggered by that. And I actually healed my own seizures, so that was really interesting. So I connect really well with energy and I understand it really well. I can feel it. I'm very sensitive to it, so I can feel different vibrations, and I think that's because I started off with energy healing and I know the difference between good and bad energy and stuff like that. So basically, my doctors, I've had a previous operation as well. So basically, now I'm pregnant, they were saying that I would have to go and see a specialist about giving birth, because they wasn't sure if it was going to be safe for me to give birth naturally or if I needed a C-section. And for months, this appointment was months away. So I was doing amazing with my vibration. I was I'm not scared. I know it's going to go well and I'm not going to have it. I'm going to have my delivery that I want. I'm going to be doing hypnobirthing, hopefully in a pool if it's available. I know I'm going to be really good and I can deal with pain really well. So it kind of I was a bit nervous about birth, but I kind of just wrapped my head around the hypnobirth and I knew that would work. So basically, it got to coming up to the appointment and I started to get really nervous, and I think the realisation of the appointment just made me go into a little panic. So I got all worked up and panicked, and I was trying to fix my vibrations, but the fear was just really strong. And then I went to the appointment. The doctor I had was not the doctor that would suit me, let's say, because obviously he's an amazing doctor. He's obviously amazing and does amazing things, he helps people, and I'm not slating him at all, but he really put a negative spin on everything I said. He basically, when I went in there, he didn't even greet me or say hello. He was just writing on this piece of paper, and there was a nurse in there with him, and she was writing down other notes as well, and she was talking to me and welcomed me, and she was lovely. She made me feel really comfortable. But then when I would speak to the other doctor, he was just being so negative and kind of talking to me like I was a bit stupid, and it was just making me feel really uncomfortable. And obviously going to the hospital when all this virus is happening, I had to go in a full mask and everything like that, and protective gear. So it's a very unrealistic situation. It was a very weird, I've never been to something like that. The hospital had tape all over it and like cordoned off in certain parts and signs everywhere saying do not touch. So I was so nervous, and he just made me feel so much worse. He basically was just talking into his little recorder the whole time, and like if I would speak, sometimes he would put his finger up because he wanted to talk into his recorder, and like it just made me feel uncomfortable. Like I didn't feel like I could have a proper conversation with him and explain why I was feeling scared. He then basically just said that he didn't feel comfortable with signing me off to say I'm okay to have a natural birth, or he didn't feel comfortable saying that I have to have a C-section. He didn't know what to do, basically. He just said that he didn't understand the type of seizures that I have, and which I get, because a lot of doctors I've come in contact with, they don't understand it, and they've heard of them, but it's not in their field of work, so there's only few doctors that I've been that really understand it. So basically, he just said that he didn't understand them, and I explained more about them, and he said, yeah, I know what you're saying, but I just personally don't understand it. And I was like, okay. And that shut me up. So he basically started like talking into his recorder, and then the nurse was asking me questions, and I was like talking to her, and he kept doing this like so he could talk into his recorder. So I was like, okay. Like I just sat there really quietly, and then he basically just was talking about everything negative. He didn't just say like, right, okay, what, like, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling about all this? Like, he basically just said, he thinks that it would be best. He doesn't understand how it would be safe for me to give birth without having a C-section. But he said, I just don't understand it. And then that's like pretty much all he said. And then he was just talking into his recorder about me, like, and about the situation, so he could then write like an email or whatever. So he was doing that, and I just felt uncomfortable. I just felt like he had not let me speak. He had not like understood why I'm so nervous. Like I was literally sitting there, like I felt sick. I felt like I was just sweating. I was like, oh my god, I'm having hot flushes. Like I felt horrible. And he didn't want to ever ask me if I was okay. Like he was just like, he didn't really care. He just went there to do his job and then kind of left. And then he basically just said, you need to come back in a few weeks, and now I'm going to write to a few people to see what they think. And I was like, okay then. That was it. That was the whole appointment. It made me feel like crap. But anyway, I thought, right, I ruined my vibration. I've let myself get all nervous, and I've let I was so positive about the birth, but then I kind of just let myself get in my head about it. Then I had a horrible appointment, and I thought it's my own fault because I've not dealt with my vibration. And then obviously I had to go back for the same appointment with the same person to just get kind of the outcome, what was going to happen or not. So I was really, really nervous. I couldn't speak about it for ages. I was just not sleeping. I just felt sick with worry about it. And like obviously no one can come into the appointments with me. I have to go in on my own because of this virus. So it's not even like you can have someone sit there and like comfort you, like literally just nothing. So basically I asked like some friends like to get advice, like, right, I'm trying to like shift this fear, and I'm trying to like face the fear head on about this C-section. But that's what was really like worrying me. It was like the after part of a C-section. I've never had one before, and I was just so worried about what it would be like looking after a baby and a 7-year-old after a C-section. And obviously I know my partner's going to be here, but it wasn't enough. Like I figured out basically that I am obviously always trying to be in control, and that's not how everything works. So that's always been my problem, trying to be in control of everything and not feeling the best when I'm not in control, because like I just want to make sure everything goes perfectly. So I basically took a while, I did some healing, I journaled a lot, and I couldn't even talk about it for ages. So it was coming up to my appointment. I had like a few days to my appointment, and my vibration went like rocketing down. I had to cancel healing appointments. I had to like just sort myself out because the fear came over me again. So I basically took a few days off to sort my vibration out. I journaled a lot, and I just decided, you know what, I'm giving up the control to the universe. Like, whatever's going to be is going to be, and whatever, like, the universe has my back. So the safer option is that's what they're going to give me, and I'm okay with that. And I felt so much better once I had done that, and once I had just given up the control. I just felt so much better, and I was like, oh, I finally feel better about it. And this was the night before my appointment. Like, it took me days of journaling and like trying to face my fear head on, because at the time I couldn't see it was about control, and I was trying to figure out, why I was feeling scared the way I was. And when I'm doing healing on other people, it's so much easier to see from an outsider's point of view what they need. But when you're doing it on yourself, it's a lot harder to just be like, no, you just need this. So basically, I felt so much better. I slept amazing that night. I woke up feeling amazing. I went to the appointment feeling so calm. And then basically last minute, the doctor changed, and I didn't know about it. I still felt a little bit nervous about the doctor, but I thought, whatever, I'm just going to tell him, like, you're making me feel nervous, so please can you explain it in a nicer way, and like, I'm just going to stick up for myself, basically. And then, so I went into the room, and then this lady doctor came in, and I had seen her in the waiting room, and I had got really good vibrations from her, and I was like, oh, she looks nice, like, to myself in my head, talking to myself. Sorry, I've got hiccups. But so basically I went into the room, and this girl, like this lady doctor, came in that I'd seen, and I was like, oh, hello, like I thought she was in the wrong room. And then she was like, oh, I'm going to be your doctor today, there's been a bit of a change of plan. So basically something happened where the other doctor that was at the other appointment, he couldn't make it. He got called up in the hospital for some reason, and this other woman came instead. She was amazing. She sat me down, asked me if I was okay, if I had any worries. I explained everything to her, and she basically explained to me like what happens in my brain when I'm having a seizure. And she was saying, like, she knew so much about them, and I was like, oh my god, finally someone knows about these seizures. Like, a lot of people just like think like, oh, you're just a bit stressed and like your body's reacting, but it's like an actual thing that happens. Like, I'm not just gonna like like pretend this is happening. Like, a lot of people don't believe in them. So basically she explained what happens like in my brain when I'm having this seizure and things like that. And she said, like, basically we've spoke to different hospitals, and like the neurologist in like the big hospital that I used to go to about the seizures. She said she spoke to everyone, and they all agree that it'll be safe to go ahead on a natural birth. So I was really happy about that. She basically just said that there's going to be things in place, and they can all, like, the monitors are going to be on me, and like they can see all of that side, but I don't have to deal with any of that. I can basically just be as calm as possible and do the hypnobirthing like I wanted, and like just focus on my own vibration. And she was like asking me about hypnobirthing and saying how amazing it was that I'd like considered it, and what was my take on it and things like that. And she was saying that her experiences with other people doing it, so she made me feel like I wasn't a nut job. I was like, she understood where I was coming from. And then obviously because I've had a previous operation, I've got a chance of bleeding a lot. So she just said that it's completely fine. We've got things in place, you know, like theatre will be on standby, but you know, your body can do it. It's just like we just gotta like give it chance to like try and do it. We can't just go in there and like make you have all these operations you don't want, and then like, you know, it's going to be harder to heal from that fat. It's going to be longer to heal from it, not harder, but like longer to heal from that. So she was like, you can do it. If it comes to that, you can do it, but you know, we're going to try the other options first that are a little bit less stress on your body. And then so she really understood where I was coming from, so we basically decided on that I was going to do hypnobirthing, and I was going to stay like I was basically, I'm not having a C-section, and I'm not going to be able to have the water birth, but I can completely deal with that. But I just wanted to give you guys my story on, like, you know, how when you change your vibration on a subject that you're scared of, if you just face the fear head on, you know, a good outcome can come from it. And really, like, if I had ignored the fear and I'd just been like, no, it's fine, but I knew it wasn't, that appointment could have gone a lot worse. So your vibration and your alignment to things is literally everything. So, you know, how you're feeling indicates your vibration and your frequency. So just don't ignore the fear, face it, get over it, and then, you know, in whatever way you can, and then, you know, you're able to just let go. And I'm honestly now, I've got like, I'm 30 weeks now, so I've got 7 weeks until it's safe to give birth. I can go at any point then. And I'm not scared one bit. I'm so fine with it now, because I just know that, like, I've sorted my vibration out. And if it ends up that I have to, like, something changes and I go for a C-section, I'm like, I don't care. I'm completely fine. Like, I know that the universe has my back. And I think that appointment showed it. Like, you know, it was a doctor I felt more comfortable with, and everything just worked out for the best. So I just thought I'd share my story and, yeah, show you how much it can just change, like, in a situation, because that could have been any situation, and you can, like, you know, put that into things about your life that you're going through. Face the fear head on. Jim Carrey says to, like, is it love or fear you're choosing? And I choose love, and I've eliminated the fear, so now I can just go forward with the love and the light and the good feelings. So I'm excited, and hopefully I won't be too big on these videos for much longer, and I will be able to share more interesting things with you guys. So I will see you again on my next video, and make sure you hit up the description box for my website, and please subscribe to my channel.